and welcome to day 11 of Christmas in July. We have a fun one today. Well, I thought it was fun, and it's an idea I've been toying with. I haven't seen very many people doing it. Well, I haven't seen anybody doing it, but I don't think I invented it. Nope. I think it's just a thing that exists because it's a easy thing to think up. You can be the judge of that. Wipey, wipey, wipey. Glitter. Glitter everywhere. Yes. Today we'll be making our own scrapbook paper. Exhibit A. Oh, get over here, Exhibit A. This is just a random bit of scrapbook paper card of various GSM. I don't know. And the downside to papers like this is always on the other side. Not always. More often, it's plain white. Oh my goodness. And I'm not a big fan of the white in my journals. I really need to tone that down a little bit, whether that's tea dye, coffee dye, using my stamps, throwing random clusters on it, hiding it behind pockets or tucks or envelopes or something. Because for me, the white represents way too much potential, way too much opportunity, and choices, choices, choices. So if I can fill that up, then I don't have to worry about filling it up with too much writing, or, it becomes quite obvious that I can't write in a straight line when things are stark white. So I do like to cover things. So I was thinking, what if we had our own scrapbook paper that we make, and then that wouldn't become an issue. Like, we could just take all the back sides of this and work our magic. So that's when I came up with a little collage. Now, I didn't film this. Y'all, it's day 11. You've watched me do enough collaging. Just know that I threw a bunch of rectangles together and put a doily in the corner, right? Easy does it. And it's all Christmas themed because, of course, it's Christmas in July. And the downside to doing a collage is that all of these papers that I've glued down, they have some texture to them. So they're a bit raised. You can hear it when I scratch over it. Like, if I was to take my pen and right here, I would catch on all these little nooks and crannies, especially this doily, which I haphazardly glued down. So the best way around this is to take this to my printer and make a copy. How great. So now I have something that's nice and flat, and I don't have to worry about it catching on my pen. If I wanted to, I could take a different collage and put it on the back here and just really make this into my scrapbook paper. So naturally, I don't like this white side, so I would need to find something else to put on the back. However, I also have the opportunity now that I have this scanned into my computer, or just this physical copy, of altering it. And I can do that with my inks. I can do that with my my stamps. I can use watercolor, etc. Or I can use images I find online. And through the magic of editing, here's what I have. So this that you're looking at is my original collage that I copied onto a piece of paper, and then I took that paper and I fed it back into my printer, and I added this bit of lace. I've added a little Christmas postage stamp, and you can really see the difference if I put these side by side. I've added a layer of grunge as well. Now, the key to this is I picked images that were available just on a quick Bing search. I prefer to use Bing when I'm looking for photos. That were transparent, which means that they don't have any colors in the background. So, like, this lace is a very good example. All this honeycomb here, there was no color. There was no white behind it. There was no gradients, no nothing. It literally is just black with nothing behind it. And that makes it so when I print it onto my copy, I can see through the lace. It's kind of like a washi tape, like you can put that on your bit of paper, but you can still see things that are behind it. So as long as the image has a transparent background, you can layer it on top of whatever your original paper source is. My printer doesn't print in white. There is no white ink. So as long as my paper is white, anything that has white included in the image will show up as white. And that makes it so if I wanted to print a white lace, it would work here because my paper is white, but it's not actually going to print a white lace on this colored image because there's already color on the paper. So when you're looking for images to print, you want to make sure that you're choosing something that is not white, that has a transparent background, and most importantly, that is licensed for you to use commercially if you're going to sell the papers that you create. You do have that option when you're using Bing under license. It'll say something like free to use and modify commercially or something like that. You'll want to select that. These that I've created here are from this bit of collage. I don't own this music. I don't own this wrapping paper design. I definitely don't own this scrapbook paper or this scrapbook paper. The best I could probably do is this doily, which probably isn't any sort of trademark or copyright. What I'm saying is that because the collection of images here, I do not own the rights to, I can't make this available and I can't make this available in any sort of digital download. However, if you do choose that option on Bing, where you are choosing the license that's the free license to modify and share commercially, just be wary that it doesn't get it right 100% of the time. You'd be better off creating your own transparent image, your own background paper that you're printing on, through like going to graphic design school or teaching yourself using YouTube. That way you don't have to worry about, getting yourself into any legal trouble. I'm not a lawyer. Don't take legal advice from me. Just let you know, just sharing some guidance. Now this one, I've actually filmed the process of me searching for the images on Bing and then kind of orientating them on in a Word document. So you can see exactly how I managed to get them from digital to physical. I'm going to play that now.
Time for another voiceover, and I'm going to have to be a little bit quiet because I have a baby sleeping on me. In my Word document, the first thing I'm going to do is change the orientation to landscape so it matches my paper. And I'm going to set all my margins to 0.4. This means it'll print almost exactly to the edge. In Bing, I'm going to search for images using a search term for what I'm looking for. So in this instance, I'm looking for black lace. I'm going to go over to the far right, select filter, and change it to black and white. This is because I don't want any white or color images or anything. And then additionally, I need to set the background so it's transparent. So the type will change to transparent. And because I want a nice quality image, I'll set the size to extra large. And here's a pretty fantastic one. So I'm going to select this, right mouse click, say copy image, go back to my Word document and paste it. I'm going to finagle it a little bit to get it into the size and position that I want. And also I'm going to select this option to the right, which allows me to place this image or any image pixel perfect on the screen. If you don't have that option selected, it tries to treat it like text or words in your Word document, and it kind of forces you to play within its own parameters. So having that option checked means I can put it wherever I want. Back to Bing to find another image. I'm going to change the search term to try and get like a postage stamp cancellation. I'm going to keep all the same filters. This one I quite like. So again, right mouse click, say copy image, back to my Word document, and I'm going to paste that. So here it is, it's stuck behind that first image, but once I select and change that option, it allows me to click and drag it anywhere I want. It's also way too big, so I'm just going to shrink it down to size, find where I want it to go, and I feel like I need to do a little something else. Like you could fill this entire screen with all the images you want, but I just want to get one more, probably something Christmas themed this time. So I'm going to search for a Christmas tree stamp, and that's a good one. So I'm going to copy that one exactly how I did the ones before, and I'm going to paste it into my Word document. And this one's also massive. So let's click it, select the option to have it appear on top of everything. And now I can click and drag, resize, position, and get it exactly where I want it to. I think a nice off-center moment would be good. So I'm just going to rotate this less than 90 degrees so it's at a cute little angle. And that is exactly how I want it. Move this one a little bit. And now all I have to do is select print and print it onto my copied scrapbook paper.
Now, how simple was that? Nice 3-minute process. This is going to be a very short video. However, I did want to introduce something that I have been working on. And I say working, there's no work involved. Something that I have been kind of just throwing together after every single kind of craft session that I have. Whenever I have scraps left over, I put them into this Reader's Digest book that I've ripped out most of the pages from, so it can be like my altered book. Front page is blank, but I just kind of layer them on top of each other to be like a masterboard. So if I ever wanted to come back to some of the papers that I used for any specific project, I can come in here and this is available to me. I can rip it out. I can cut it into tags, or in the instance of what we're doing today, I can turn this into my own scrapbook paper. Again, just for personal use. I don't own, I don't own any of these papers outright, but isn't this just a neat way to kind of keep an archive of the different projects that you've worked on? And it's funny because at the back here, I haven't actually updated this scrap masterboard book in a very long time, but I did come across some scraps that I have left over from a Christmas craft I did a few years ago. So I came across those, and I think it was the last entry I did in this. Yeah, look. So just some strips. So if I wanted to use this in my example here, because this background is so busy, I might want to choose something that is a very stark, blocky contrast to it, just so it would show up. So what I would do is I would rip this page, last page, rip this page out of this book, take it over to my printer, get it copied, and then from there I can position whatever images I find online to print on top. And to do that, again, I would just take my original image, copy it, take what comes out of the printer and just feed it immediately back into the top. So that way it prints onto my actual copy. I don't have to worry about kind of positioning things, like scanning this into my computer and then editing it in Photoshop or GIMP or Paint or Canva or whatever. I just put it right back into my printer and it takes care of all that for me. So if you're not making your own scrapbook paper, have a go. It's so easy and so fun, and it will ensure that I never have white background pages again. If you're not keeping all your scraps in a masterboard scrapbook, I think you should. I think having these really organized ways of storing your scraps to be far superior than just a box or like a packet, an envelope full of scraps, because you'll never see them. Like, they'll just keep growing and growing and growing, and by the end of it you'll have, you know, a giant plastic tub full of scraps. Not that I've been there, definitely haven't. And this just makes it so I have something really interesting to kind of archive all the different projects that I've worked on in the past. I mean, this obviously wasn't a project because it's all notebook papers, but it's just a fun way of expressing myself creatively using little bits of deliciousness that I've kept over time. So then obviously I just used AI to generate that. But yeah, scrapbook paper, how fun. So I'm excited to start incorporating these into the end of our event. And I say our, that would be the Obsessed and Distressed Junk Journalers Facebook group. If you're not a member, go ahead and just join already. Like, we're waiting for you. Like, don't keep us waiting. But I'm excited to use these on our last day of the event, which is going to be creating our December daily journal. I have to decide which one I want to use. I think I like this one. Let me know if you like the right one or the left one down in the comments. All right. Whew. Thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.